Well, it's early Saturday morning. Not like super flower gold wizard early, but earlier than Ryan would get out of bed, let's just put it that way. I just got done watching the Glacial Gold Hunters weekly video and I gotta go. I'm going somewhere. I haven't figured out where yet. I thought about taking the wife's ride since she's at work today. I thought maybe a little tour around the state and that thing, going looking for gold would be fun. But since it's Pride Month, I'll drive that. Well, it's Gary month, so I had to stop at the Scholze Family Farms. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's because I heard something about this beef stick challenge. So Scholze Family Farms also has Scholze Family Beef. And right there in that building, they have a small farm store. And they also have a full ship-to-you website where you can order up whatever you want and they will ship it directly to your house. They do monthly meat packs. There's all kinds of stuff. Check out their website, ScholzeFamilyBeef.com. And we'll talk more about this at snack time. So I've made it to one of the first places I wanted to check out. But you can hear the water behind me. There's been some rain. And it seems like it might be just a little angrier than I want to deal with. But we'll get down here and we'll see. Yeah, we're flooded. And you got good rocks and stuff in here too, so I'll try to find a spot. If I think I can maybe get a pan or two out, I'll go back and get geared up. There's definitely rocks there. Of course, some of these rocks could have been put here to stop erosion, as we are really close to a dam. I've been here when it's not quite so angry. It looks like they even have a gate up a little bit. Zoom in on that for you. When that gate's closed, you can walk that whole dam. There's those couple levels there that it's a great spot to let the kids and the dog run around, and a lot of people get out here and fish. And I've been in here when this is like ankle deep. So I do see a little spot right here. So it'll only take me a few minutes to come in, and maybe I'll try digging right there. Just to get a pan out and just see, just to say I did. So back to the truck. We'll be back in a minute. Deal with that cheese dog before. All right, like I said, it's pretty angry today. I don't have a lot of space, but we're gonna try. Right in here, there's some big cobbles, some little cobbles. I'm just trying to find a spot where I think maybe I can get a hold of. I think here would work too, but I'm trying to be a little further in, away from the edge of the bank. We'll just have to power through and see what comes up. One rock. Big hole. I'm not trying to fall in today. I don't even think I have extra tools with. Oh, I might be getting something. It's pretty red. That's a good sign. Really red. Try and get a hole established and get about a half a bucket out of here. Big rock. looking at the surrounding rocks, I don't really see quartz. Some red stuff right here, red rock. You can see the soil itself is very red. Hopefully there's something good in here. One more shovel and we'll shake it down. I don't have my little classifier with today. Thought it was in the bag. But I got the good one with. There's this, give me a bigger sample. Oh, that's a good start. Yeah, please one more time. Not getting a whole lot in the shovel, but I am getting deeper. Get you a nice view there. That's what we're working with. Shale, sedimentary type rock. Not too many round rocks. This stuff here that I'm gonna say it's not looking real great, but we'll let the pan be the judge. I'm gonna grab that. Pan it out right here. Okay. Get right in here. I found a stainless steel screw. Must have come out of my classifier. Which means somewhere there's a wing nut. We'll put that in my pocket for later. All my new classifiers I put rivets in. I got rid of the screws, but I never changed mine. Alright, she got dirty on me. Boy, there's lots of sparklies in there. Got that mica. I don't see any black sands. Lots of sparkly mica. Very little dark rock. I just don't think this is the place for me today. This wasn't really where I was headed. I just started heading north. So well, I'm sure the camera's not going to show it, but all along up there, there's lots and lots of sparklies, but pyrite, mica, call it what you will, fool's gold, nothing good in there. Guys, I'm going to pack up and move on. Like I said, I just don't see anything good happening here. I'd like to find at least a flake of gold today, and this isn't going to be it. There's no trees, that's insane. No moss back in the hole. Take a look at this door, nothing ever happened. Perhaps the ones over there. Alright, time to pack up and move on to the next spot. See you in a bit. Well guys, I'm way further up north. I found this little creek. Not a lot of cobbles, but I do feel some gravel when I'm walking around in there. So I'm just gonna do another quick test. I'm not gonna video this one. I'll pop back on when I get to panning. See you in a minute. Well, I dug right behind that. Right there you can see a rock sticking up. So I kind of dug between them. There's a pretty good drop, a little hole in there. Start of an inside corner. I found the stuff you want to see. Look at that. Losing a boot. But yeah, I found all the good stuff in there. There's some quartz. There's some colorful rocks. There's, you know, just kind of a little bit of all the good stuff. If I was trying to make some more gravel for my fish tank, this would be a good spot. So that leaves me with some very dark material. So I have high hopes for this. Although this was fairly shallow, I don't know what to think. I'm going to go ahead and start panning this down, and I'll get back to you with some results. Well, I'd like to report more. Everything you'd want to see. There's rocks of every color. I found mica. There's one little speck right in there that really wants to look like gold, but it doesn't move like gold. So I'm sure that's a mica speck. We got some black sands in here. Like I said, everything you would want to see. There was decent cobble. I did that whole fiver, and not one flake of gold in there. What I have found, though, are mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds. I think they tried carrying my dog off because she was in an all-out fight with them for a minute. So I'm going to clean up, pack up, and get the heck out of here back into my truck while I still have blood left. So this is not the spot. I'll keep looking. Well, we have made it to our next spot. I don't know if this is going to be any better, but I do see a lot of big rocks. So this is looking like the best spot I've stopped at all day. But before I go down there, I haven't even walked to the bridge and looked over it again. It is time for some snacks, and today's snacks are brought to you by Scholze Family Farms. ScholzeFamilyBeef.com. These guys are a local to me farm. They raise dairy cows and a beef herd, and they process everything down. And if you go to that ScholzeFamilyBeef.com website, you can order this and all their other products and have them delivered directly to your door. They've been doing this for quite a few years. They've gotten really good at it, and their products are top notch. And me and the Danny dog are about to have a snack. This is my favorite, the cranberry. I love the cranberries in there. Tried getting these out earlier. There we go. There you can see a cranberry right in that one. Yummy. Danny, you want a snack? Come here, puppy. Here. Hey, one down there. Here. Have this one. Yeah. You better find that other one too. Right here. So, whatever the beef stick challenge is, and I don't even know what the beef stick challenge is, but I'll put these guys up against it any day of the week. They're available in some stores locally. They've got a farm store you can go right into in Humbird. They've got a couple of stores somewhere down in Illinois that they have they've been selling at them for a little while now. I don't exactly know where, but if you go to that website, ScholzeFamilyBeef.com, you will find out for yourself. Folks, they sell them big, huge tomahawk ribeye steaks. Oh my God, they are so good. You can have them shipped right to you. Have the life of the party for 4th of July or any other event coming up. And they're going to keep me going today while I go and hopefully find some gold. I'm hoping this is the stop where I find something. We'll see. It does look pretty angry down there. I'll let you know in a minute. Well, like I said, it looks pretty angry. It gets pretty wide right there. This is more what you would typically see. So we know the water's high. It's been raining. But I do see right down here at the edge of the bridge, it looks like I might be able to get in. Well, not there. But over here, looks like I can walk down. Look at all them rocks. And I'm thinking, right in there, looks like a nice spot to dig a hole. And hopefully this will be the stop where I find my first flake of gold. It's been a little while, so I'm not really on a dry spell. I just haven't had a chance to get out. And instead of going to the places where I know I could find gold, I was trying to find a new spot today. So right there is where I'm going to try. I'll let you guys know in a minute. Well, we're off to a good start. I managed to dig a hole somewhere right in there. And some of the hardest digging I've done in a long time. I rolled a couple of pretty good sized rocks out of the way, dug in underneath. I found a lot of clay, had to break the clay balls up. And we got a nice big chunk of quartz came out of there with lots of different veining and stuff going on. So I like the looks of that. And then your other kind of rocks are in here. Got this cool striped one. Oh, just like that. Another one with a neat stripe to it. So, yeah. I might finally be in a better spot. There's some more out of my classifier. I'm going to get that in a pan. We'll take a look in a minute. Well, not good, guys. Not good. Whole lot of nothing in there. I've looked in different light from different angles. There's a couple little sparklies that are not gold floating around, but like zero black sand. No lead. No nothing. That was another like a half of a 5-gallon bucket or so. I'm not gonna bother with this spot much more. There's another spot on the same body of water further upstream I think I can drive to. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna pack up, head up there. Hopefully I get on something soon. Well, this is almost as good as gold. Not very often you get to drive through a covered bridge. Oh, I guess it was made in 1991. It ain't even that old. There's the water I'm after. Same thing I was just in, just hopefully not near as angry this far up. So, there's a parking lot behind me. I'm going to turn around and get set up. Well, guys, I have a little bit better feeling about this spot. I dug right there where my boot just fell in the hole. And these are my tailings. Threw them up on the bank so I could look through them. But we have quite a few pieces of quartz. More than I've probably seen all day. And there's a lot of little ones. If you just flip around, you find more. A lot more of the round tumbled rocks that have made a trip from somewhere. So I feel a little better about what's going to be in the bucket by looking at that tailings pile than I have all day. So I'm going to start panning it out. Hopefully I find a flake. Well, guys, it's just kind of more of the same. Although I found a lot more mica here. I'm not seeing hardly any black sand. And, I mean, there is some, but just hardly any. There was one little speck in there that I thought might have been gold. But, you can see the mica in there. And with it just being so questionable, and I'm just writing it off as it's most likely another piece of that mica. So I'm going to pack up and start heading towards home. I'm a couple hours, maybe 2.5 hours from the house. It's getting later. If I find a spot on the way back, I will definitely hop out and do some digging. But I think for now, we're gonna write this off as it was a fun day trip. I got to see some stuff, and I'm not eliminating any of these areas by far. I'm just saying I won't come back here when there's high water again, because I see a lot of really good sign and what looks to be really good spots to look for gold. I just can't get to them with the water so high. So I took what I could get for the day. Had a great day, got some exercise, got to see some nice sights. Found a couple more spots to go camping in the future. And then this place here, I gotta check it out before I leave, because this really looks like a nice spot to go. So, you know, got some future plans. We'll be up here again, I'm sure, but for just an impromptu, not sure if I was gonna go today or not, jumping in the truck and taking off, I had a great day. Anyhow, I am going to get this video closed out. Make sure to check in the description. We'll have the link to that Scholze family beef. Go ahead and hit up their website and get some beef ordered up from them. They're my unofficial sponsor for today's video, whether they like it or not. But thank you guys so much for watching. And again, I might throw another segment on after this if I find something cool on the way home. But Danny looks like she's missing her ducks, so we're gonna take her back to the duck farm and go see what Mama's doing. And that's a wrap for today. Enjoy. See you later. Well, let's give it a shot. Abba-Gigi-Wang Wildlife Management Area, Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest. I think I nailed it.
Hi.
What else do you like and subscribe? That's right, buddy.